Hey guys, this is GamerCow. Welcome back to another Pokemon Violet's Wonderlocke. This time we have more Kitsukami story stuff to do, and then hopefully the Lurking Steel Titan as well. I did set the Holucha up, but I don't think I want to use it yet because I may save this for the Ogerpon fight actually, because this and Alolan Executor would make a pretty good combination that way around. Because this can take care of the Half Flame at the beginning, and then you turn into the Executor, who should be able to beat all of the other ones. So that's the current plan, but I may bust it out if it is necessary. We shall see, because it is my main fighting type. That might be something that I need versus the Larry fight and whatnot. However, for now, this is a straightforward attack and speed. It's adamant nature. I gave it limber instead of unburden because we don't really need the extra speed, and limber preventing paralysis might come up in the future, so we are going to go with that. It is a very good typing overall and would be pretty useful, but for now I feel like it's not immediately necessary, so we will leave things as they are. Oh yeah, you have the thingy here, right? That the borders do the cool stuff. Yeah, leave them so they match the location. It's kind of neat. So when we open the bag, it does do the cool little thing where it's like, oh yeah, look at the background bit. It's nice. Anyway, we're supposed to call it a night here, and now that we're done with the signposty stuff, we have to look at the ogre side of things here. So the partner for Carmine in the orienteering thing was like, yeah, you wanted to wait at her place, better get a move on. Alright, so we have to deal with her, I suppose. Sure, why not? Here's a new day, and like as I said, we're done with our part of the orienteering stuff. So what would we have to do with Kieran? Honestly, not a whole lot right now. So yeah, for some reason she's back in took a sweet. It's early morning, you douche! Although, yeah, you want it before Kiki wakes up. Need one more material if we want to make a good job of the mask, huh? Need a crystal cluster from the bottom of the crystal pool. Yeah, we want to fix up the mask first. Yeah, it's a nice thing to do. Especially, yep, Pokemon just wanted to be happy, huh? Yeah, that's the hope. Hey, Kieran. How are you doing, buddy? Carmine, shut up. Rude. Yeah, Kieran's like, I have to train. I have to fight. That's it. I didn't even eat yesterday, huh? Teen angst. No, it's because of you, whatever. I'm gonna try and not get too upset with everything here. Crystal pools at the top of the mountain, I've already been there, so nuts to you. And that's why we'll get a nice, easy, quick fly point here. And yeah, we actually do have a fight to do beforehand, but I think 4 Mouses should be very capable. I think it should be capable within this like entire little segment here, to be completely honest with you. So I'm not too worried. Also, somehow, in the process of her getting up here, she changed into her regular outfit again instead of the festival one, even though she was wearing the festival one outside in the thing, and then she walked away from us like, whatever. Continuity be damned, am I right? So yeah, we're not jumping in. You can't swim. That seems about right. Your clothes would get set, Anyway, yeah, just because we can ride doesn't mean that we can get the stuff at the bottom of of everything. That's not how it works. But yeah, big Milotic comes in. Awesome to see Milo show up in this bit. And yeah, Morpeko plus the mouse hold should be totally fine here. It is decently high level though. It's level 30, which is above the level cap for the next section actually. Hopefully this doesn't level up here. I have a feeling it might. That would cause a bit of a wrench in the plans here, not gonna lie. Maybe could have considered that and not actually put it in the party. It only hit twice as well, that's a bit unlucky. I think so long as we don't get hit by like a massively powerful water move, we should be fine. Disarming Voice is nothing. It is a spread move and it works very well against Morpeko, but it is nothing to worry about here. Yeah, I didn't consider the fact that we would level up here, because 28 is the cap for the next fight. And without Mouse Hold, I think we'll be still okay, but the game plan kind of does go downhill a little. So, yeah, oh, we massively level up. Oh dear, okay. Well, Play Rough is learned as a move, which is pretty cool. I should not have used Mouse Hold for this fight, huh? Uh-oh. Alright, well, there goes my easy win button. I guess we'll be fine. Yeah, you switch even though the fight is done. That sure surprised me. Yeah, that's true. Pretty handy to have around. Yeah, we are good at fighting. That's one of the things we are very strong at. Okay, so I may have to do a little bit of rethinking in order to get through the fight. I think we still have enough strong stuff that it'll be okay, but yeah, there's a lot of flying and a lot of water in the next one, and those are two things that we're not especially good at dealing with. So, hello Briar, how are you doing? Decide to switch things up a little bit. Not a big fan of outside, just wandering up here. To get permission from the caretaker, yeah. So what are you up here for, huh? Field research. Okay. See, the crystal pool's waters emit the same wavelength as terrestrial energy. Maybe that's why, because they're crystals at the bottom, huh? They got terrestrial crystals and stuff there, so that's why it's sacred ground, I guess? Yeah, we've got stuff to do, I'm afraid. So we'll leave you to your research up here, as I have to now go ahead and change up what I was planning on doing. Yeah, there's a lot of flying, so as much as I want to bring the grass stuff, it's not particularly strong. This is the thing, like, a lot of our Pokemon are weak to one of water or flying, at the very least, and it does make things a little bit difficult to deal with here. If I remember rightly, most of the dangerous stuff is a special attacker, with the exception of the Acemon here. So I think this may be the time to teach Aura Sphere on Clauncher, because I think Clauncher is going to have to pull some weight here as well. It's a shame that Smackdown is just not particularly powerful. The other thing we could do is, like, I guess Arcanine is pretty good against a couple of them. Because we should outspeed I mean, the Yama is the obvious one, right? We should outspeed. So, like, it's risky, but we could with the wide lens. Like, Rock Slide will get the KO. It's an adamant Arcanine. And then I guess if... I don't think the Flittle's going to do anything useful here, if I'm being honest. But then again, these two aren't really doing anything either. Especially Narkly is not particularly good, because it just gets beaten by literally everything. Let's go for it this way, I think, is going to be the plan. Items, I think, are also okay. There's not really any reason to switch off of that, so yeah, let's do that. So we got the Costa, we now need to go back to Carmine's house, and we'll hand it over, and the mask will be repaired, and everything will be perfectly good, right? Absolutely no issues whatsoever. Let's just move on. So give him the cluster, and yeah, we got it. So here it is. So sorry. Uh-oh. What happened? Kieran, he ran off with a mask. Oh no! No, I did not. Why would I do? I haven't had a chance to. I haven't said anything. There's been no opportunity for me to see him without you being around. And to Loyalty Plaza with the mask, huh? Yeah, we will go ahead and do that, Grandpa. Let's Let's recover your precious blue eyes white man. I mean, what? Anyway, yeah. Hello, Kieran. Can you please give us the mask back? Would be very nice. Yeah, it's me. What the world do you think you're doing, huh? Yeah, we did. We did. We knew that the ogre wasn't a real bad guy. Uh-huh. Well, three were the real bad guys, but the ogre's the one that gets treated like an outcast. Yeah. And you two did the same thing to me. I, for the record, was opposed to the idea of lying to you. I just want to put that out there. You treated me like an outcast when you went and met the ogre. Yeah, again, that wasn't intentional, but it's nothing, no different from those villagers. No, you're not Carmine, it's Ali. Know how much I love the ogre. Well, we weren't laughing at you. That's not what happened at all. Uh-huh. Liar, you're a liar. Oh no. And this is the like the mind break sort of moment for it, huh? Yep, battle me. If you win, I'll give you back the mask. Oh dear. Okay, we will. But let the record show I am not happy about it. Actually, sort of thinking about it, I probably should have leveled Clauncher up to the cap here as well, but oh, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Still hasn't gone crazy-eyed yet, at the very least, but yeah, he's clearly not in a very good mood with stuff here, and honestly, he shouldn't be. Just can't hand over the mask to you. Yep, I can understand, dude. You've been wronged in this situation. So yeah, Flame Wheel will be more than enough to get the KO here, so we will just do that. I can come back from this. I got this. I got this. Yeah, he's okay. Now he's gone a bit crazy-eyed. Yeah, so Yama never gonna stand a chance with a bit here. And the next one, as we get the level up moves, Scary Face. Not really too good here, but I think we got a better move. Well, Taunt is not really going to be that useful either, so I guess we could teach it, but I don't think either move is really going to come in handy too much here. Yeah, Cramorant is the next one. This one is pretty spooky because it has a pretty high-powered water move here, but I think Rock Slide should work, because we are going to be faster, and it is 99% accurate, and yeah, we do just get the one-shot, so that's one of the most dangerous ones, but there are still more dangerous ones here as well. Poliwhirl is the ace, which is definitely his most powerful option. This one is starting to lean towards physical because it evolves into Poliwrath at the end. So I think it's got like Liquidation or Waterfall or something like that as its strongest move. I don't really have anything too good to switch into, and I can't even really go into Kevin here because if I do, then it has Water Absorb, so Flip Turn doesn't really help, and like I don't have another move to hit it with. But if I want to go into a resist, then the only other option would be Clauncher. I guess that could be fine, because then if I like switch in, I go U-turn. I just don't want to attack with the Arcanine because I'm pretty sure it's not going to survive. So I think the play is to hard swap and then U-turn on the next turn. Pretty sure it doesn't really have a good move to hit me with here. We got, oh, Mudshot. Okay, I mean, that's also 4 times super effective, and I wasn't going to outspeed a Poliwhirl anyway, it's base 90, so I think this is still fine. Takedown, also reasonable. Not, like, the worst move to go up against there, so I think that's fine. A little bit of chip damage as we now... Let's see... We know that he has a Dipplin still, so... I'm not sure if I want to take preemptive damage here. This also might be necessary against the other Pokemon that he has here as well. We know it's using physical stuff. I have Assault Vest on here, and we also have Sturdy, so we're guaranteed not to faint from a single hit here. I'm pretty sure Donphan is actually the move. And we go Bulldoze on this. Need to get this right. Gotta make sure to give the right command. I mean, you're doing well enough with it at the moment, bucko. Yeah, Liquidation, very powerful attack, but we have a monster defense stat, and it's not actually that. I will win. It's not that powerful. So yeah, Bulldoze coming on in does not get the knockout, but let's see. So it did 42. The meaning of Liquidation, 42, which 1.5 times that we still don't faint to it. So I think we're okay to take another one here. Yeah, even with a crit, which did happen, still not enough to take it out. Yes, got him. Just gonna keep the momentum now. Yep, that would be the play. So, yeah, a little bit spooky, and it means we don't have Donphan for the 5th Mon, but that's completely okay. So Dipling comes in here, that was expected. We will take the opportunity. I mean, it's good that we burn the evasion lowering thing here as well. Take the opportunity to go into Harrier for our flying type advantage for the bit here. Because Syrup Bomb, maybe it just Dragon Breaths, yeah, because it sees the kill with both, so it just Dragon Breaths. That's really annoying. That is a huge pain in the butt, not gonna lie. I guess it's fine. We can always do a slow U-turn here, so I think it's okay. That did a lot of damage as well, by the way. That's not a trivial attack to take. Yeah, so we do get the U-turn off. We don't get paralyzed. That's good. So I think if we stayed in and we just went for the other move, I think Arcanine comes in here, by the way. If we just stayed in and like went for Pluck or something, I think we actually lose long term there. Because although Pluck is more powerful, it's 90 versus 70, it would still be a free shot. And that's just not good enough in that situation. Because it's Grass and Dragon, Rock Slide is definitely the best move here. It's not going to 2-hit, which is a bit annoying. Syrup Bomb is neutral because of Fire and Rock typing. Also sort of annoying, but Dipplin is really slow, so the speed drop isn't going to matter. And Rock Slide into Extreme Speed gets the KO here, so yeah, this is fine. Syrup Bomb does not have 100% accuracy, it's like 85, so we could have missed, but obviously it chose not to, so that's fine. Extreme Speed gets the KO here, then we've just got one Mon left to deal with, and yeah, Extreme Speed is learned when Arcanine levels up, evolves even, for the record, so no foul play there. And Gligar is the last one. So you can see Arcanine really wasn't like super well positioned into a lot of this, but because he went Cramorant instead of Poliwhirl, we were totally fine. And I think from here Kevin should take this because it's, you know, decently bulky, and Gligar isn't the strongest of Pokemon. I love using it, but it's not that powerful. Bulldoze coming in, lower the speed, it's fine. Gligar's relatively fast if nothing else, so we would not outsped it anyway. And Aerial Ace does the same amount of damage. You can see it's just not dealing enough here, even if we do get crit. It's totally fine. Doesn't quite get the one shot. I think Icy Wind would have, but it also has a 5% miss rate, and I was not chancing the miss there. Unfortunately, do eat the Citrus Berry. I was tempted to give leftovers before this fight, but I thought it's not that necessary, and realistically, I was right. But yeah, doesn't really matter that much, I suppose. So, yeah, that's the Kieran fight done here. Donphan does over-level for the next cap. It is level 30 is the next one, but it's not really a big deal because the next one doesn't play very nice with Donphan anyway, because it's the Lurking Steel Titan, and that one has Earth Eater, so it's immune to ground attacks anyway. We don't want to be using it there. Why can't I be as good as you? I mean, I don't know, dude. You've definitely gotten like better movesets and stuff than most of the. It's definitely better than most of the enemies and stuff at the moment, especially around this level. Ow! Oof! That's yeesh. That was a full power hit. Good lord. here. You did, regrettably, you did promise, so, yeah, say hi to the elevator. Can you not just come with us? That's the other thing, like, obviously he's very upset that we lied to him and whatnot, and he should be. The problem is... Yeah, I hope he's okay. The real problem, in the end, is that it's very difficult in these sorts of moments, especially as a kid. It is very difficult to, like, continue thinking rationally about stuff. If he'd have fought for... Also, this is a movie that would get skipped, like, cutscene-wise, if you have that option on, because it is pre-rendered. But yeah, it's very difficult to keep thinking rationally on these things, and... Okay, is it just me, or did that look like Dynamax energy? That was pretty silly. Yeah, it's very difficult to rationally think on the stuff here. If the logical thing here would have been to ask to come with us when we give the mask back, but, you know, obviously he's just very much upset with us and doesn't really want to even be near us at this point, and that's completely understandable as well. Just... I don't know. He could have solved some of his own issues here if he'd have come with us, I think. Anyhow, yeah, the Loyal Three have been woken up. They got revived somehow. And, yippity yip. Yeah, what do you want? We know you're the bad guys here, so they're just gonna, yeah, chat amongst each other. What is our game plan? Guy! Oh dear. So, yep, away they go. What is going on is a very good question. That would be nice to have some answer stuff for. Also, despite that being a boss battle, it is not an encounter, right? Because we didn't get any picture stuff for it. We have to do a little bit more work before... Yeah, it's the Pokemon. Exactly, it's the Loyal Three. Yeah. It looked all sinister indeed, yeah. What brought him back to life, indeed. We'll have to find that out later, because we, unfortunately, have other stuff to do first. So, yeah. Next time on the Kid Akami part, we'll be finding out what the Loyal Three have been up to, I guess. For now, we are going to move on and work on the actual encounter stuff here with the Lurking Steel Titan. So... we will heal ourselves up. We do have to bench the Donphan, like I said, but it really doesn't matter because, again, ground immunity is kind of a big thing here. So that's not something to take lightly. We do still have access to Arcanine at the very least, and I'm pretty sure that is all we really need here. So I think that's just gonna be the way. We could use 4 Mouses, but again, nothing here hits Steel-type Pokemon. I could relearn Low Sweep. Maybe I do that just because. This is one of the reasons to potentially use Holucha as well. And then the other alternative, again, is to teach Aura Sphere in Hoko-chan's moveset, because I don't think anything else is really going to matter that much. So... looking at it, like, Steel is relatively difficult for me to handle right now, because the only moves I have to hit... I mean, I have, again, ground types, but this is one that's immune to it. Everything else I have is physical, so I think as a last-ditch thing, I did TM teach this earlier on, because we've had access to Aura Sphere for a long time at this point. So I think, just in case, we will go ahead and put this on. Smackdown is not really useful in the slightest, so... yeah, this will be our last-ditch sort of thing. I don't think I need to level up further, to be honest with you. Also, because we have reached Levincia, Surf is a move which is completely available at this point as well. So I think it is about time I go ahead and teach that. We've got a bunch of them because there's more places I picked them up from, like Kitsukami, and I think there was one in Blueberry maybe I picked up as well. But it's been in a bunch of different areas. But Levincia itself actually has a Surf TM, so I think this is as good a time as any to pick it up. The other thing I could have done was teach like Water Pledge. It's 80 base power, would have been good enough, but since we don't have to worry about double battle stuff, yeah, let's just do that. And also, we'll give it the Mystic Water, I think, as well. All these Terra Shards are from Blueberry, by the way. Also, I got the Fairy Feather, too. I managed to get the Ogre ousting stuff done a little bit more, so that was pretty handy, too. Yeah, so Mystic Water on there, and with that, it should be fine. The only thing I'm a little concerned at, I don't remember if it has Bulldoze. If it does, then On's probably in a lot of trouble, but I don't believe it does, so I think we will be safe. So let's crack on and get ourselves up for the Looking Steel Titan over here. This one is so goofy, I love this guy. I got a fun thing with Orthworm as well, actually, because in my original playthrough, it just shows like I've been kind of blessed in general with this game. My original playthrough, when I started stream for the second session, I picked up a shiny one. Like there was a shiny Orthworm in the background that I spotted as I was like setting up for stream. I was taking like the couple of minutes to get started so people could get into the thing, and I noticed it when I was scrolling the camera around, and I was like, it was baby blue, and I was like, whoa, that's super cool, and what the heck, you know? It was completely unexpected. Anyway, we are actually heading to the next thing over. It's a little bit too early on the stuff here, and even the Switch 2 does have a little bit of trouble sometimes in these bits. I've been going kind of... I've played a lot of the stuff on my Switch 2. I've been doing Fire Emblem, actually. Not a game I ever expected to actually like get into at all, but the GBA stuff has been quite handy to have around. I think this is a I think it's a free passage, actually, getting into the section, so we'll just go ahead and... I think that's what it is, anyway, because you can go round, I know that much, but I think this is just a tunnel? Yeah. I always, like, never really, like, fully grasped everything in this area, because, I don't normally go through it like this. I normally just, like, jump past everything, but you kinda can't if you can't high jump, you know? Anyway, yeah, he's just a goofy goober, and he comes up, looks around, and is just like, sees you there, hi! And then, bleh! And he has little arms as well. I love this guy. I wish he was a little bit more viable competitively. I guess the other thing I could have maybe done is I could have like relearned Flamethrower or something here, but my special attack is just not that high. So that is one thing that Hisui and Arcanine did take a hit in, if I remember rightly. So yeah, so we're gonna howl. If it has a ground attack, I am gonna be in trouble. But I think everything... Oh, Iron Tail is gonna hurt a lot too. Oh, that did way more than I thought it would. Oh no. Okay then. Yeah, if it crits, then we're dead. But I guess we're just gonna Flame Whale anyway. See, I mean that is so much damage though. It does have Rakdos. Okay, so I'm assuming then it doesn't. God, if it actually did have a ground attack, I would have died straight up. Maybe we need to slightly rethink things here. Or honestly, do we two-hit... I mean, yeah, that's what I was thinking, is like, we could burn it here for the next section. Because, yeah, this one crawls away in its little hole here. I don't know how it managed to break a full tunnel, but there's a tunnel there now. Thank you, Arcanine's butt. Very necessary shot there. Maybe if I just give it, I know it's the boring option, huh? But maybe if I just give it a citrus berry as well, then I'll probably be okay. Right? Man, the rock typing is a blessing and a curse for this stuff, isn't it? Because it was a blessing for the previous two gyms, because giving access to rock slide and then beating melee with no problem whatsoever because of that typing. And then it's a bit of a curse when it comes to dealing with stuff like steel and the additional water weakness and everything here. So, I don't know. This could have gone very, very dangerously, that is for sure. But thankfully it didn't. And now we have our third Titan to deal with here. It's kind of fun. We're like 3 Titans in already. It's nice to get these done early because, yeah, sure is long. Haha. It's good to get these done early because of the abilities they give you, right? But this is the last one for a relatively long time. There's a lot of encounter stuff to do in between these, so... Yeah, since we saw last time... Toadstool is the worst thing you could bring into this, by the way. Let's just Flame Wheel it outright. Yeah, victory's gonna taste so good, Season by... Yeah, I mean, your Toadstool can't do anything, right? That doesn't two-shot. Okay. But thankfully, what Toadstool is good for is drawing aggro and using Screech to lower the defense so that I can kill it next turn. Good job, Toadstool. You participated. Well done. I mean, it did help. I won't deny that. It did help, but you can see the difference between Fight 1 and Fight 2, like how much of a difference the Titan boost makes, by the way. Because, like, my goodness, there was so much extra damage there. Aqua Tail, I'm using a special-based one, so that's not going to be too useful here. So we will not learn that. That's fine. And yeah, we did it! Absolutely did. It's such a little cutie. Again, I love Orthworm. I did actually use that shiny one for my original playthrough as well. I wasn't planning on changing team stuff at that stage, but it was a new Pokemon, obviously. It counts for usually my first playthrough of any section of the stuff here requires the use of new Pokemon, or in the case of DLCs, returning Pokemon. So I do try to stick with like regional decks only, but sort of thing. And also like new stuff, but it really just depends because you can't always make a very good team doing that, you know. But Orthworm being a steel type definitely helped out a lot in that aspect. And then when we found Body Press as a TM later on, whoa, Iron Defense Body Press, that's the moveset for it indeed. So Saltier helps the aching hands, good neuropathy and numbness. You got muscle weakness, supposedly builds up strength again. Gotta have salt for that, I suppose. That's yeah, definitely help. Yep, let's go ahead and cook up, and we will hopefully make the doggy a little bit better. We're only 3 herbs in though, so it's not going to be fully better yet, but we will we'll make it happen. Pokemon League may not recognize these, as he said, but they are perfectly fine for me. I will happily take that as a badge and an encounter, and we shall proceed with our endeavors. Figured. Yep. So he's learned. He's making more for this thing as well. So yep, Miraidon is going to eat our third sandwich power hero. Come on out. Yep. And now that Mabosstiff is known again to Miraidon as well, like as the Fig, it's not going to try and steal the sandwich again now. It knows what they're for, so it's very intelligent Pokemon that way. I think most Pokemon are smart enough on the stuff there, but you wouldn't really want to, like, I don't know, Rhyhorn is probably the best example. You wouldn't want to be like using Rhyhorn as a Rhydemon here, and like if that wanted to eat the sandwich, it would be too stupid to remember that it's not supposed to do that. So, you know, Miraidon is much more intelligent than that. Yeah, it's getting, Miraidon's getting stronger, and now we have High Jump. If there are any sections that I was having difficulty with in the polar biome, then the High Jump is definitely the way to deal with that. Obviously, it's not the only power that you need. There are still other things that I need to get through that bit, but we can't get that until the very end with the final Titan. Also, woof! Certainly did just worth. Absolutely did. Ooh. Man, Mabostiff is cool. It's not a particularly strong Pokemon, but it's cool. So I wouldn't mind getting like Mastiff or something. I haven't ever had the reason to breed one of these up yet either. So it would be nice to do. It's unfortunate in a way because of the nature of like the limited stuff I do with Pokemon at this point. It's only really VGC stuff that I ever do. I don't even do like singles battle ladder. It's only the double stuff that I want to do. So if the Pokemon isn't useful at all in VGC, then it's not getting bred. So that's the thing. So that's why Spidops, I actually haven't bred the Tarantula yet because I was looking at what Spidops can do and it is beyond miserable. It is like such a bad Pokemon. Like it's a trap setter and singles doesn't really ever need you to set up traps. So it is such a hard Pokemon to want to use. I think if I was to allow it to have its egg moves, then it would be a decent Pokemon. Because it has Sucker Punch and First Impression, and at that point I could like use U-turn strategies and whatnot. First Impression is a decently strong move to have there, and then Sucker Punch is good priority as well. So I haven't strictly set a rule to say no egg moves, I just have tried not to keep things like reasonably okay. I will say Cacnea does get Sucker Punch in the future, like it does learn it. So there is scope for that at least. Maybe that's the way that we go about things. Anyway, let's go ahead and swap out. So have I got anything to swap out here actually that's like recent? I guess the Executor. We haven't looked at that yet. So Eggy, go ahead, get the surprise trade done with that. And I think it's already done, but just beforehand because of I can't move it because it's in a surprise trade. I wanted just to shift it in the box, but that's okay. If we get a Hackmon here, then I just have to move the sensor bars and editing. Oh no, and we do, unfortunately. Yep. So there's no using this one. Oh, cool. It's not even a shiny one. It's just an Iron Treads in a heavy ball. Oh, and no, it is a shiny one. Never mind. It's you can see the thing. It's so close to just being a regular thing here. It's like, oh no, it's a perfect thing with that. Yep. Unfortunately, not keepable, and even if it was, it wouldn't fall under the rules of the challenge because you can't breed it. It's not technically a legendary, but because I can't breed Paradox Pokemon, I can't use them anyway. So I would have to trade this one off regardless. Just keep that in mind if we ever get any other Paradox Mons. They don't count for this because we can't use them. So yeah. Anyway, more Sensibar stuff with it. I just don't want to promote these, is the thing. And we get ourselves... I was about to say an unusable Pokemon, and I think it technically still is, but maybe okay for the post-game. Yeah, I don't really see us getting any use out of this, unfortunately. Wait, that's a 6 IV thing. Is this even... It is, isn't it? Because it's totally fine. Yeah, alright. You know what? I was about to be concerned at that. It's funny that it's level 100 too. I wonder... Oh, you maybe know why this got traded away? It's level 100, and it just got rare candied up to 100, obviously, but like it was hatched everything. This is completely fine. We're keeping the encounter. I think what maybe happened is that the person who bred the dino managed to over-level it by just like spamming maxed out like the candies and stuff for it, got it to level 100, evolved it, thought that he couldn't evolve it again. Here's a little trick for you in that one. We'll have a little bonus part for this. If you rare candy a Pokemon that evolves by level up, you can do that at level 100. and it will allow you to evolve it. So we will evolve it because they couldn't. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I think they bred it. It's a shame because it's a 6 IV one as well, right? They were probably going for that. And it's like, yeah, they got the 6 IV one, they bred it, they leveled it up entirely, and they must have saved over it for some reason as well. But unfortunate on their end. Right, yeah, so the big problem with Dino is that it evolves at like level 6012. So it's practically unusable for the vast majority of the game, but you know what it is? It's a dragon type. And dragon types are definitely helpful for the Ogerpon fight. I will have to do a little bit of investigating with this one, because its regular ability also sucks when it comes to doing the stuff there. Hustle is really, really bad. But I have a feeling this might be plausible. Not necessarily that good, because I think Ogerpon is maybe too strong for it still, but this might be something that we can take into the Ogerpon fight when that comes up. So, we shall see. For now, though, that will do nicely enough. Thank you very much for watching this extended part here. This has been Gamer Cow playing the Pokemon Violet Wonderlocke. Next time round, we're not going to have any new additions to the team, but we will be taking on the Water Gym, and then probably the Poison Base as well. There's a bit of an there's a bit of a level gap that comes up there, actually. For the first time, there's actually a 3-level gap between the water and the poison stuff. So, we're very good against the latter. Not so sure about the former. We'll have to see. Till then, though, take care.